All right, boys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yo, what's up, guys? All right. What's up, Scared Jeremy? What's up, Burke Labs? What's up, Lego Timmy? What's up, Ninja Wolfpack? I meant Ninjago Wolfpack. It's my bad. All right. Where in heck's name, heck's chicken noodle sticks did my charger go? Okay. There's my charger. Okay. Dang brittle sticks. Didn't know where I put my charger. Okay, let's plug in this. Actually, let's reopen my window. Hold on. Dang, did I actually where did it go? There it is. Okay. Whatever. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's not helpful. Okay. Alright. Let's turn off this light. Let's hope that that's bright enough, everyone. Alright, awesome. Okay. Now we got the room open and a fan on. Hopefully it doesn't affect the quality of the video. Let me put away my Bible case very quick. Alright, so I'm planning to make this a every Sunday thing. I have recently started teaching some of the younger kids and stuff like that. I enjoy doing it. If you guys have any suggestions on the stuff we should study on Sundays, let me know. I'm open to doing that stuff. But of course, today is Easter. Nice. I've been there many a times. It's I don't know what you would call it. Okay. Hold on, let me grab my phone. I think we'll make a digital study copy. That's awesome, Brick Labs. I often fall short and don't always read my Bible as much as I should. All right. Well, if you would like to study along with us, that'd be awesome, Brick Labs. Tomorrow, on next Sunday, I will have everything planned out. So. Okay, so First Peter. Now off my phone, it says for Peter 1 Peter 1 through 3. So I'm probably I'm not in the correct place. Hold on. Okay, so this is different to compared to this one. Never told for Lego. What's up? Yo, what's up, Lamp? Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, who has blessed us with every spiritual blessing in the heavenly places in Christ, because he has chosen us in him before the foundation of the world. He has caused us to be born again live to a living hope through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. Yes, Lamp. What Bible is this? This one is NIV. I think. Yeah, I read. No, I read NLT. Never mind. I have an NIV, but I don't read that one. I often like to study in the NLT. That's my favorite. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, NLT. Hopefully, I'll be able to come up with a better plan next week. I mean, so that way I have a better thought out idea. Matthew 28-6. He is not here, but he has risen. As he said, come see the place where I lay. What is the difference? There's different thoughts on everything, and people think different ways. So this Bible may say something different from the NIV. This Bible may say something different from the NL. Let's see. There's Living Translation. I don't know all of them. I know that there's the King James one as well. They just have a different perspective on how everything worked and how everything was wrote. Luke 24-6. He is not here, but he has risen. Remember how he told you while he was still with you in Galilee, the Son of Man must be delivered into the hands of sinners, be crucified, and rise on the third day. I need to come up with. I want to come up with a. If you guys have anything, as I said, that you want to discuss and study, let me know. But I'm going to create kind of a plan of what we study and what we read, how everything ties together. So there's not many people watching. That's fine. It's a different era for Michaelsburg because I feel like ever since I started this channel, I've gotten asked these questions many of times. not been really able to answer them. Hopefully, as we study more, I will be able to go in more depth. But I would like to do some studies on some crazy mythological things and stuff from the Book of Enoch. I think would be cool. We're also going to have other people on here to talk about this as well. So we'll see how everything works out.
Good evening. Happy Easter, everyone.
Thank you.
Don't make him out.
All right. Well, I'm gonna come up with a study plan, and I think it's cool to do on every Sunday to do a Bible type day.
Just gonna pick a verse and
Well, not necessarily a verse, but like Jeff does. He plans out his lessons, and do it on a Sunday night.
sounds good to me. Do it on a Wednesday too.
So, which is the original Bible? That I'm not sure on. There's been a lot of copies that have been burned of the Bible, so we really do not know which one is the original one. Because it's some of it's been destroyed, some of it's been hidden, some of it's been a malicious intent. So it really just depends. Personally, I like to follow the NLT. I think it's the one that's closest to probably the real one. I don't know. Technically, yeah. It's more about that, yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Somebody just joined the Discord. Okay. Yo, what's up, Kane? I honestly have very little knowledge about the Bible and that stuff. Well, if you'd like to learn more, if you continue oh my gosh. What? Okay. If you'd like to learn more about that stuff, we will go ahead and study more about it. If there's certain things you want to learn about it, I would love to know. That way you can tell me. Because I'm on a live stream and you're screaming. Wait, Michael, was that your mom? No, that wasn't my mom. Somebody on the Discord. Okay, he left. Sorry about that. I'll have to plan something out because I would like to make this every Sunday occurrence. That's crazy, bro. Now, on a quick offshoot, right quick, it is Easter, and I'm not sure what to study. I just wanted to talk about it, but probably should put those on there. Let me move my Bible out of the way. Peeps. Yeah, what's up, Lamp? That is something. Yes, that is. So, not necessarily what happened to me. It's just been my parents and stuff like that actively being involved. But that is something that has happened. Um, people, I've actually seen girls do that. Now, do I find it exactly the right way? No. But they often use those types of powers to their advantage. Okay. Yeah, see, that's something that really happens. Yeah. It just rubs me the wrong way. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I do. It's personally, to be honest, I could never date a girl like that. Now, if you're, let's say, I bring up some topics about it and stuff like that, and you talk to me about possibly joining the church, that's totally different. Some stupid kids are out there playing with their four wheelers. They hit the fence. Sorry, that's off topic. My bad. I know not very many people watching right now, but hopefully we can grow this into something where we have 25, 30 people watching every week, and we're not necessarily forcing them to do this, but we're exposing them to it. Uh-oh. That's that you gotta risk it for the pumpkin pie, bro. I got no problem with what others believe in. I was raised in a home where I was taught to respect others' beliefs, but you do not have to join them. Exactly. And I'm one of those people where I do that, but I also love to ask about other people's religion. I'm like, well, how does this work for you? And how does this work for you? And how does, you know what I mean? I'm poking at them. I'm like, well, just what happens in your religion, and how does that apply to mine? Don't start the study without me. Don't worry, I won't. Right now, we're just talking. I'm thinking of what we're gonna study, and we're right now we're talking. Let's study Easter, by the way. Exactly. Now, I would say, not gonna put any names, but I've had witnessed 4 girls try to do that. I'm like, okay, but I also have met some uh different what is it they're uh Pakistani, but I didn't say, oh, you have a different religion than me. I'm gonna blah 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 blah. No, I went, hey, how does your religion work? How does this work? What do you do? What are your holidays? All that stuff. Now, with that, other people have different beliefs. Now, with me, that is true. You can hate me or not. That is true. I have personally watched it firsthand. It is normally better because then you guys get more connected and you study together and you go to church together and you do all these things, which gets you more connected and brings your relationship closer. So that is true, in my opinion. Yes, I agree with that. In this instance, having the same religion is important because then you're connecting together and you're on the same level. No, I don't think it's a defining factor of the relationship, but I do think that it's always better normally to have the same religion so that way you're more connected. That doesn't mean that you have to have the same religion. I've seen relationships work out just fine, and they were totally two different relations. They were two totally different religions. Yeah, it depends. Is that an NIV Bible? No, I have an NIV Bible. That is an NLT Bible. I also have an ERV Bible, which is it's a scouting Bible, and it's the New Testament with Psalm and Proverbs. Now, in that factor, I'm not saying I wouldn't date a girl that's not religious, but it's one of the things I look for because when they have the same things, then we don't get in arguments and we don't have all these problems in our relationship. So like when I say, "Oh, I'm going to church," she's like, "Well, why are you doing this and why are you doing that?" That does become a problem eventually. I don't know, man. It's it's a touchy thing because yo, what's up, Lego Timmy? Now, if she's a beautiful person in and out, more than likely, and she loves you, more than likely, when you ask her, "Hey, can you go to church with me?" She's more than likely going to say yes. So, in this instance, you could possibly get her to convert. Now, you're not gonna. I'm not. I wouldn't force her, but in this instance, I would at least ask. Wait, so to prove she's a good person, she needs to go to church with you? No, that is not true. Whether now in certain okay, this one's a difficult question to answer. No, she doesn't have to go to church with you to prove she's a good person. But when you're in a relationship with someone, it's really, really, really hard to get along with them whenever they're not on the same path as you. Now, they may not be on the same path exactly, but if, let's say, dating a girl and we both go to church and we both worship God, it's a lot easier to interact. Now, that doesn't mean that you'll have bad interactions with people that don't believe in Christ, but it'll be different. That is also true. That is also true, Lego Timmy. Now, I'm not saying she's a bad person, but you're not gonna you're not gonna get very far, let's say. Of course, and neither am I. I'm just here to talk about the way that I think of it. Now, that could be totally different for me for you. You know, I don't know why, because we're all different people. We're not, and most of us aren't NPCs. So we have different ways of thinking and different ways of understanding things. But Bible wise, you're not technically supposed to date a non believer. I'm not going to argue with you that you have blah, 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 blah. I'm going to be like, you know what? He has his own opinion. He could be right. I could be right. Who knows? I'm not going to say that I'm 100% right because I ain't. I am nowhere close to 100% right. Exactly. And I like that. If you're not going to come after me for my beliefs, I'm not going to come. I'm most definitely not going to come after you for yours. We can talk about each other's differences and kind of give our own opinion. Yes, you may not take the opinion, but you know what? It's still a good thing to listen to others and see what they think. That's my personal opinion. Now, you take that with a grain of salt. I still want to hear what you have to say because you may have something that I didn't think of. Now, here's what I want to talk about. And once Toxic gets back, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to be reading from history.com. I'll probably find a better source soon because I'd like to double check my sources before I start reading things because there are things that aren't correct. But we'll wait for Toxic to return. And whenever he returns, we'll go ahead and start. Exactly. I like that. The man who only learns from one person is going to see the world through their teacher's set of eyes. But the person who learns from many will see the world in their own way. Exactly. This is why I like to often go up to different people, up to different they may not even think the same things as me, and I will be like, "So, what's your thoughts?" And many people will be confused when I go up to them and I say, "What did you think about this?" But that's the way I like to approach things. It's the way I was taught to approach things. In certain instances, yes, I do agree with that. That is much. That is a very, in my opinion, agreeable fact. Well, not necessarily a fact, agreeable opinion. Whoa! Holy macaroni! Choking on water. Joke is, at least I'm not burning water like my mom. That's an inside joke. Well, it's not an inside joke. It's a joke that everybody makes because my mom one time at church burnt water. Don't know how she pulled it off. She just did. It's hilarious. Okay, let's get some music. We'll use some of my music so we don't get copyrighted because copyright is annoying. That's crazy. Okay. Where is my charger? Where is the charger? Oh, well, I guess we can just pair. Well, no, we don't need to pair a new device. We need to pair an old device. If the thing's still on. Oh, it is. Okay, surprise me. That's crazy. Hey, I'm not gonna take offense to it. Whatever. I don't. I don't. It, I'm not gonna say I don't care, but I'm not gonna get mad at you for no reason. That's not. There's no rhyme or reason for that in the first place. Sound spot, player, pair. Why is my phone becoming laggy as heck? Come on. You're not gonna pair? Oh, you're gonna be a pain. Oh, okay. Get a pair now? I see. You're gonna be a pain still. Okay, I don't know why the car looks like that in the shot. See, it looks like nasty green, but it's like a bright green. It's supposed to be a bright green at least. Wait a minute. See, they have this retouch on here. I don't think that helps. They added this retouch button to the YouTube thing, but I don't think it helps. I think it hurts more than it helps. Connect to the Soma spot. Yeah. Well, if you have anything, can this pair? Hello, pair. Exactly. And you know what? I agree with that. I have seen multiple different ways. I have seen some of the same things you have, and everyone has their own different perspective and their own different way of taking things. Exactly. Neither do I. Why will you not pair? Pair. Pair to my phone? Thank you. That took long enough. Sorry, getting aggravated on my phone. What are we talking about, Toxic? We're talking about, we were just generally giving thoughts on things and stuff like that. By the way, if anybody has any better ideas. Yeah, at first we were talking about that. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. But then we have expanded that subject out to many things. Oh, um, okay, I'm gonna have to look at that. I think we may have won the mock contest, guys. That means I may be giving away $100 gift card. I don't know if I did win the mock contest, but if I did, that'd be amazing. I would give away the thing if I won. I hope I did, but yeah. But you know what? I think somehow everything that we talked about connects. Sorry, I'm trying to put on music, but it's not cooperating. It disconnected. Bloody chickens. What in the? It's not playing on there. What the frickety sacks? What in hooligans hex half acre did happen? Bloody chickens. I don't know. I was coming up with random things. And also, I'm in a heated match of a game. I'm not going to swear much. Okay, guys, I'm restarting my phone. Okay, let's come on, cooperate. That I could do that. You want a shirt that says that? I could make you one. I'll post it on the merch website. I'll take a Lego chicken, supersize it up, and then put it on there and say put bloody chicken on it. Why is my phone not cooperating? Yay, it's restarting. All right, I'm gonna go put my plate back. Once Toxic comes back or he's in the live stream, if he is, let me know. We'll start the study slash lesson. I'll plan out next week's lesson better because I'll think about it throughout the whole week. This was something we came up with like not last minute, but like yesterday. So okay, I'm back. I left the call. What? You kicked me or something, boy. I don't leave no dang. Oh, you don't know why I left the call? Because I was having problems with my phone loading. That's why I left the call. All right. Let's get rid of some unused apps right quick. All right. Let me do this. All right. What else can I delete? Why is it so glitched? Hold on. I need to fix my phone so I can read this. I'll join back to the Discord in a second. Hold on. There's nothing on here that's taking that much space, is there? Okay. There's that cleared. All right. It's already working a lot better. Okay. There's that. What else do we not use? I mean, how much is this taking up? Sorry. Oh, that's taking up a lot of space. Okay. All right. Now my phone is running smoothly again. Sorry about that. I had to get rid of some stuff. By the way, Death, the statement you just made was very bold. Oh my gosh, that kid, what came in here? I don't know what he was with. It's not Jordan, but he was screaming, "Holy macaroni!" Who came in here? Jordan! Oh damn! My water just died. What?
Since Death just said that, I've been on 10 seconds. He just disobeyed the rules.
See, this actual kid agrees with me. What? Hold on. Man, that's crazy. Who doesn't like pumpkin pie? That's sad. It's amazing. Exactly. But you know what? We all have different opinions, though, so we gotta respect them.
Yeah, I got my paper. Oh, bless you.
That wasn't me, boy. All right, now I can connect my speaker because my phone ain't glitching. I just deleted 4 apps off of it that were taking up a gigabyte per space. And one of them is taking up 5 gigabytes, so probably should have taken that off a long time ago. Listen, me and Michael just talked about respecting opinion, and last time I checked, bro, come on. All right. Why will it not play on the speaker? That's. Wait a minute. Did I blow the speakers? All right, we're just gonna turn it on.
Right through. The preacher spoke his sermon, but my eyes strayed away. I prayed for more.
Okay, hold on. All right, now what were you saying? Because if you would like to go on the stream, you can. Are we starting a war? Boys, we need to chill. We ain't starting no wars. No, not war it is. We ain't starting war. No war for you. Hiya. Okay. All right. I'm gonna read this off my phone. I'll get the pants and ears. That's crazy. All right, hold on, chat. We starting a war, even though we're getting off topic. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna play chill music though. Bruh. This boy already left. Okay. Alright, we're starting the study without him. I'm not waiting anymore. Sorry. Everybody can see my phone. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Alright, so George Yo, what's up, George Washington? Both saved the world. No. What's happening? Yo, nice to meet you, sir. I don't know what's happening. That's crazy. Bro said that. That's crazy. Yo, I find your Bible. I got my Bible right here. Toxic, you should definitely hop on. Hold on. It's George freaking Washington. Heck yeah. Yo, George Washington should definitely subscribe. We need George Washington added to the subscribe. George Washington definitely needs to subscribe. You don't have a Bible? Well, would you like a Bible? I thought you died. That's crazy. All right, so I found this on a website. Not the best to be reading off of right now, but I wanted to read what Easter is about. So Easter is a Christian holiday that celebrates belief in resurrection of Jesus Christ. In the New Testament of the Bible, the event is said to have occurred 3 days after Jesus was crucified by the Romans and died roughly AD 30. The holiday concludes the Passion of Christ, a series of events and holidays that begins with Lent, a 40-day period of fasting. So, in the Christian religion, we have, I guess you could say, we have this thing called Lent. Oh, I'm in the middle of speaking. Oh. Well, if I don't do it next week, it will be okay. I'll have it for the week after. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, hold on. So Lent, I'm back. All right, Lent begins with Lent, a 40-day period of fasting, prayer, and sacrifice. So in the Christian religion, we have the thing called Lent. We have fast for 40 days and 40 nights. Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, so we did the same. Hi, Michael. Happy Easter. Yo, what's up, Alexandra? Okay. It ends with a Holy Week, which is Holy Thursday, the celebration of Jesus' Last Supper with his 12 apostles, also known as Mundane Thursday, Good Friday, on which Jesus' crucifixion is observed, and Easter Sunday, although a holiday of high religious significance in the Christian faith, made many traditions associated with the Easter date back to pre-Christian pagan times. Easter 2025 occurs on a Sunday, April 20th. However, Easter falls on a different day each year. Easter Sunday and related celebrations such as Ash Wednesday and Palm Sunday are considered movable feasts. Although in the Western Christianity, which follows the Georgian calendar, Easter always falls on a Sunday between March 22nd and April 25th. Each typically falls on the first Sunday after the full moon, occurring on or after the spring equinox. In the Eastern Orthodox Christianity, which adheres to the Julian calendar, Orthodox Easter falls on a Sunday between April 4th and May 8th each year. In some denominations of the Protestant Christianity, Easter marks the beginning of Eastertide or Easter season. Eastertide ends on the 50th day after Easter, which is known as the Pentecost Sunday. In Eastern Orthodox branches of Christianity, each Easter Sunday serves as the start of the season of Pesach, a Greek for Passover, which ends 40 days later with the holiday known as the Feast of the Ascension. Why is Easter called Easter? Saint Bede Venerable? Interesting. The 6th century author of Historia Aesculi, I cannot read that, Maintains the English word. Okay, esquis as esquisles. Dang, hold on. History of English people maintains the English word Easter coming from uh we're gonna hold on. This is the power of technology right here.
Street. Being the Venerable, the 6th century author of Historia Ecclesiastica Gentis Anglorum, Ecclesiastical History of the English People, maintains that the English word, Easter, comes from Yoster, or Eostre, the Anglo-Saxon goddess of spring and fertility. Other historians maintain that Easter derives from an albus, a Latin phrase that's plural for alba, or dawn, that became Eostarum in Old High German, a precursor to the English language of today.
Holy macaroni! I didn't understand a single thing that said. Wow. I understood nothing that said. To be honest, I really did not. All right. Okay, so in respective of denomination, there are many Easter traditions which with the roots that can be traced to non-Christian and even pagan or non-religious celebrations. Many non-Christians choose to observe these traditions while essentially ignoring the religion aspects of celebration. Examples of the non-religious Easter traditions include Easter eggs and related games such as egg rolling and egg decorating. So interesting. I did not know that. Okay, so well, I kind of could have expected that. So originally, probably more than likely, yo, see ya, Lamp. I appreciate you for stopping in. Was a good conversation. I enjoyed it. So, okay, interesting. How long have we been live for? Almost an hour. That's awesome. I enjoy talking about this. That's probably why. Okay. That's interesting. Hmm. I need something to talk about. That's what I need. Because I'm trying to figure out what I want to study. Okay, so back a while back, my church did this thing called the Lego themed VBS. I don't know what VBS stands for. Oh no, wait, actually I do. I think. No, I don't know what VBS stands for. But it was Lego themed, which I thought was cool. And they did a ton of Lego stop motions and stuff. Yo, see it. Yo, what's up, Dakota? Happy Easter to you as well. They did a bunch of stop motions and everything like that for Easter. Well, not for Easter, sorry, for VBS. That was cool. I don't know how they did that, but that was cool. Yo, what's up about Alexandria? Hold on, I'm giving somebody some pointers right quick. How are you? I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing, Alexandria? Yo, what's up, Pug Bricks? By the way, you won that vote, so on the next stream that we do, we will be adding you to Lego City, just so you know. You caught a cold? Oh, that sucks. Yes, you Pug Bricks. I want a vote? No, you're gonna be the president. That's what I said. Yeah, so we'll get your minifigure designed and we'll build you a house too. So whatever you want. Next Thursday stream, we'll build that. I should be here. If I'm not, then the next week after that. I've just been waiting for you to be here. Yes, victory is yours. I've been waiting for you to be here so I can tell you. I won V but Are you building anything today? No, not today. Okay, hold on. I gotta read the messages. Oh, the thing is slipping. That's hilarious. You want your pug? This will sure be win me the next election. That's hilarious. Okay. Were you going against anyone? Yes, you were. You went against death, and how did you get elected? We put out a poll. All right, we're gonna end the stream soon. It was an interesting stream. I enjoyed what we talked about. I'll be better planned for next week that we do this again. I think this would be a cool reoccurring thing to talk about and to see what we think and how everything goes. But I'm going to. No one has watched the Peeps video. That's sad. Death and it was just you and Death. A while back, you guys said you wanted to fight for presidency. So that's what we did. How many was the vote and how many did win by? I mean, okay, let me check. Cause I can see that. Hold on, let me check. The vote was Death or Pug for president. There was 17 votes. You got 76. So it's 100%. So you won. So Pug was 76%. Death was 24%. I'm gonna watch the Peeps video. Heck, let's go. Yeah, I made the Peeps video. That was something cool that I got. Well, this was an interesting stream. We didn't do much because I was as well planned out. But next time we do this again, next Sunday, I'll be much more hopefully organized and we'll get right into it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this short stream. We kind of just did and hung out, basically. That's got to be the best election turnover in American history. Yeah, that's crazy. 76% is wow. Yeah. 24% versus 76%. 76% voted for you, Dad. And the votes were 18 votes. So yeah, that's the greatest vote in the history of everything. I wonder who will run next. Oh. But feel free to go watch the Peeps video and comment on it if you would like, if you have any ideas on what to do with the Peeps. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. President Pug. Heck yeah. Michael sent me a peep. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Michael's Bricks out.